Adebayo, this is our child. We created her together. Please, don't turn your back on us. Shade begged, her voice shaking. But Adebayo was resolute. I can't raise a child like this. It's too much. You need to leave, Shade. In the bustling town of Ibadan, the home of Adebayo and Shade was filled with joy and anticipation. Shade, heavily pregnant, moved carefully around the house, ensuring everything was in order for the arrival of their first child. Adebayo watched her with a loving smile, his heart swelling with excitement and pride. Shade, you should rest. Let me help you with that, Adebayo said, taking the basket of laundry from her hands. Shade chuckled softly. Adebayo, I can't just sit and do nothing. Besides, I'm almost done. Adebayo gently placed his hand on her belly, feeling the slight movements of their unborn child. I can't wait to meet our little one. Do you think it will be a boy or a girl? Does it matter? Shade replied with a smile. As long as our baby is healthy, I will be the happiest mother in the world. As the days passed, Adebayo and Shade busied themselves with preparations. They decorated the nursery with bright colors and filled it with toys and baby clothes. Every evening, they would sit together, talking about their hopes and dreams for their child. I want our baby to be strong and kind, just like you, Shade said, resting her head on Adebayo's shoulder. And I want a child to have your wisdom and grace, Adebayo replied, kissing her forehead. Their excitement was shared by the entire community. Friends and family visited often, bringing gifts and offering advice. The anticipation of the new arrival brought a sense of unity and joy to everyone around them. One sunny afternoon, Shade's mother, Mama Abike, came to visit. She brought with her a beautiful hand-woven blanket, a family heirloom passed down from generations. This blanket has kept many babies warm and safe. Now, it is for your child, Mama Abike said, her eyes shining with pride and love. Thank you, Mama. This means so much to us, Shade said, hugging her mother tightly. As the due date approached, Shade and Adebayo's excitement grew. They attended prenatal classes together, learning about childbirth and newborn care. Adebayo was determined to be a supportive and involved father. I want to be there for every moment, Shade. From the first cry to the first step, I don't want to miss a thing, Adebayo said, his voice filled with sincerity. You will be an amazing father, Adebayo. Our lucky child is lucky to have you, Shade replied, squeezing his hand. On the night before Shade's due date, Adebayo could hardly sleep. He lay awake, thinking about the future and the incredible journey they were about to embark on. He whispered a silent prayer for a safe delivery and a healthy baby. Everything will be all right, he thought to himself, reassuring his anxious heart. Finally, the day arrived. Shade felt the first pangs of labor early in the morning. Adebayo, though nervous, tried to remain calm as he helped her to the car. They drove to the hospital, the anticipation and excitement palpable in the air. Just breathe, my love. We'll be at the hospital soon, Adebayo reassured her, though his own heart raced with anxiety. Shade, gripped his hand tightly, wincing with each contraction. "I'm trying, Adebayo. Just drive safely." The journey to the hospital was tense. The roads were surprisingly clear for a rainy day, but Adebayo focused on getting Shade there as quickly and safely as possible. The couple knew their lives were about to change forever, and they were ready to welcome their precious child into the world. The sky was dark and the rain poured heavily as Shade's labor pains intensified. The hospital's emergency room was a whirlwind of activity, with doctors and nurses bustling about to prepare for the birth. Adebayo held Shade's hand tightly, offering words of encouragement despite his own nerves. "Just keep breathing, Shade. You are doing great," Adebayo said, trying to keep his voice steady. Shade winced with each contraction but nodded, focusing on her breathing as the doctor instructed. The hours dragged on and the pain seemed almost unbearable. But Shade drew strength from Adebayo's presence. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, the doctor announced that it was time to push. Shade, exhausted but determined, mustered all her strength and followed the doctor's guidance. Adebayo wiped his sweat from her brow, whispering words of encouragement and love. "You have got this, Shade. Just a little more," he said, his voice filled with pride and anticipation. With one final powerful push, the room was filled with the cries of a newborn baby. Tears of relief and joy streamed down Shade's face as the doctor placed the baby in her arms. "It's a girl," the doctor said with a smile. "Congratulations." Shade looked down at her daughter, her heart swelling with love and pride. "Hello, Adunola. Welcome to the world, my beautiful girl." Adebayo stepped forward to see his daughter. His initial joy turned to shock when he saw that their baby was an albino. Her skin was pale and her hair was a soft white, unlike anything he had expected. "Shade, our baby. She's an albino," he said, his voice trembling with confusion. Shade, still holding Adunola close, looked up at him with loving eyes. "Yes, Adebayo. She's our beautiful Adunola. She's perfect." Adebayo's face hardened as he struggled to process this unexpected turn of events. "How can this be? What will people say? I can't accept this." Adebayo's rejection was swift and harsh. He turned away from Shade and Adunola, unable to reconcile his expectations with reality. Shade's heart broke at his words, but her love for her daughter remained steadfast. "Adebayo, please, she's our daughter. She needs us," Shade pleaded, tears streaming down her face. "I can't do this, Shade. You and the child must leave," Adebayo said coldly. Shade was stunned. She had never imagined that the man she loved could be so cruel. Holding Adunola tightly, she tried to reason with him one last time. "Adebayo, this is our child. We created her together. Please, don't turn your back on us," Shade begged, her voice shaking. But Adebayo was resolute. "I can't raise a child like this. It's too much. You need to leave, Shade." With a heavy heart, Shade realized that she cannot change his mind. She gathered what few belongings she could and left with her daughter, feeling lost and alone. The rain had stopped, but the night was still cold and unwelcoming. As she walked through the dark street, Shade whispered to her baby, "Adunola, I will always love you. We'll find a way, my dear." The reality of her situation began to sink as she wandered the streets, unsure of where to go or what to do next. She knew she couldn't return to her family in the village, as they were too far away and she had no means of contacting them. Her thoughts were a whirlwind of fear and desperation. But she tried to stay strong for Adunola's sake. Hours passed, and Sade's exhaustion grew. She found a small park and sat on a bench, cradling Adunola in her arms. The baby slept peacefully, unaware of the turmoil surrounding her. "How can I protect you, my precious child?" Sade whispered, tears streaming down her face. Just as hope began to fade, a kind man named Olumide noticed her sitting on the bench. He was on his way home from work and was struck by the sight of the weary mother and her child. "Madam, are you all right? Do you need help?" Olumide asked, concern evident in his voice. Sade looked up, her eyes filled with tears. "My husband, he threw us out because our daughter is an albino. We have nowhere to go." Olumide offered a warm smile. "Come with me. My home is small, but you and your baby will be safe there." Grateful and relieved, Sade followed Olumide to his modest home. He showed her to a small guest room and provided clean clothes, food, and a warm place to sleep. "Thank you. I don't know how to repay your kindness," Sade said, her voice trembling with emotion. "You don't need to repay me. Just focus on taking care of yourself and your baby. We can figure out the rest later," Olumide replied. Olumide's home was modest but filled with warmth. Sade and Adunola were welcomed with open arms. Olumide provided them with food, a place to sleep, and most importantly, kindness and support. "You are safe here," Olumide reassured Sade. "Take your time to rest and recover. We'll figure things out together." Sade felt a glimmer of hope for the first time in days. "Thank you, Olumide. I don't know how to repay your kindness. Just take care of your daughter, and that's all the repayment I need," Olumide said with a smile. As days turned into weeks, Sade and Adunola began to adjust to their new life. Olumide helped Sade find a job at a local market, where she could earn a modest income to support herself and her daughter. Despite the challenges, they found solace in each other's company and in the kindness of their new friend. One evening, as they sat around the small dining table, Sade expressed her gratitude once again. "Olumide, I can't thank you enough for everything you have done for us. You have given us a new lease on life." Olumide waved her thanks away. "There is no need for thanks, Sade. We are all human, and it's our duty to help one another. Besides, Adunola brings so much joy to this house." As the days turned into weeks, Olumide's home became a sanctuary for Sade and Adunola. They established a daily routine, and the sense of stability helped Sade regain her strength and confidence. She was determined to provide a better future for her daughter. Years passed, and Adunola grew into a lively and intelligent child. She adored Olumide, who treated her like his own daughter. He taught her about the world, instilling in her the values of kindness and resilience. "Papa, why do people sometimes stare at me?" Adunola asked one day, her innocent eyes wide with curiosity. Olumide smiled gently. "Because you are unique, Adunola. Your albinism makes you special. Never let anyone make you feel otherwise." Sade, listening nearby, added, "You are beautiful just the way you are, my dear. Always remember that." With the love and support of Sade and Olumide, Adunola grew confident in her uniqueness She learned to embrace her albinism, knowing that it was part of what made her special. Adunola's curiosity and intelligence shone brightly. She loved to read, and Olumide often brought home books for her from the market. They would spend evenings together, reading stories and discussing the lessons they contained. "Papa, can you tell me more about the stars?" Adunola asked one night as they sat outside, gazing up at the night sky. Olumide smiled. "The stars are like tiny suns far away in the universe. Each one has its own story, just like you, Adunola." Adunola's eyes sparkled with wonder. "I want to learn everything about the stars and the world, Papa." "And you will, my dear. You are destined for great things," Olumide replied, feeling a deep sense of pride in Adunola's curiosity and determination. When it was time for Adunola to start school, Shade was both excited and nervous. She dressed Adunola in her uniform and walked out to the school gate, holding her hand tightly. "You will do great, my love. Just be yourself and enjoy learning," Shade said, kissing Adunola's forehead. Adunola smiled bravely. "I will, Mama." At school, Adunola quickly excelled in her studies. However, her albinism made her a target for bullies. One day, a group of children surrounded her, taunting her. "Look at the white girl. She doesn't belong here," one of them jeered. Adunola ran home in tears, feeling hurt and confused. "Mama, why are they so mean to me?" Shade hugged her tightly, soothing her with gentle words. "Adunola, you are special and beautiful. Their words don't define you. Remember, you are loved." Olumide knelt beside her. "You are stronger than their words, Adunola. Show them how amazing you are." Encouraged by her mother and Olumide, Adunola found strength within herself. She learned to rise above the hurtful words of her peers, focusing on her studies and her passions. "I won't let them bring me down, Mama. I promise," Adunola said, determined. One day, while playing in the garden, Adunola discovered her love for drawing. She spent hours sketching flowers, trees, and animals, losing herself in the joy of creation. "Mama, look at my drawing," Adunola exclaimed, showing Shade a beautifully detailed sketch of a butterfly. Shade smiled proudly. "It's beautiful, Adunola. You have a real talent." Recognizing Adunola's talent, Shade and Olumide encouraged her to pursue her passion. They bought her sketchbooks, pencils, and paint, nurturing her creative spirit. "Keep drawing, Adunola. Your art brings joy to our lives," Olumide said. Adunola's school organized an art exhibition. She nervously displayed her work, unsure of how it would be received. Her heart raced as people began to gather around her drawings. "These are amazing. Who made this?" one of the teachers asked, impressed. Adunola shyly raised her hand. "I did." To Adunola's surprise, her artwork received praise from teachers and peers alike. Her confidence began to grow, and she felt a newfound sense of pride in her abilities. "Adunola, you have a gift. Keep up the great work," her teacher encouraged. Despite the praise, bullying continued. Adunola learned to navigate the complexities of school life, balancing her passion for art with the pain of being different. "I won't let them stop me, Mama. I love drawing too much," Adunola said. Olumide gave Adunola a special talk about resilience and self-worth. His words became a source of strength for her, helping her to keep going despite the challenges. "Remember, Adunola, You are more than what people see. Your heart and talent define you, Olumide said. Adunola decided to enter a regional art competition. Shade and Olumide supported her wholeheartedly, helping her prepare her best piece for the event. We believe in you, Adunola. Show them what you can do, Shade said, hugging her tightly. On the day of the competition, Adunola presented her artwork with a mix of excitement and nerves. She felt butterflies in her stomach as the judges examined her piece. Just breathe, Adunola. You have got this, she whispered to herself. The competition hall was filled with talented young artists, each showcasing their unique styles and creativity. Adunola felt a surge of pride as she walked around, seeing the admiration in people's eyes as they looked at her work. After what felt like hours of waiting, the judges finally announced the winners. Adunola held her breath, hoping for the best. And the first prize goes to Adunola for her stunning and imaginative artwork, the judge announced. Adunola's heart leaped with joy. She walked up to the stage, her smile radiant as she accepted the award. The applause was deafening, and she felt a sense of accomplishment she had never experienced before. You did it, Adunola. We are so proud of you, Shade exclaimed, tears of joy in her eyes. Adunola's victory brought pride to her family, but also jealousy from some of her peers. They tried to bring her down with hurtful comments and exclusion, but she learned to handle their negativity with grace and maturity. One day, during recess, a group of students surrounded Adunola, their faces twisted with envy. You only won because you look different. The judges felt sorry for you. One of them sneered. Adunola took a deep breath, remembering Olumide's words. I won because I worked hard and put my heart into my art. I won't let your words take that away from me. Her calm and confident response left the bullies speechless. Over time, they realized that their words had no power over her, and they eventually left her alone. Don't listen to them, Adunola. Focus on your art and your dreams, Olumide advised when she told him about the incident. Adunola nodded. I will, Papa. I won't let anyone stop me. As time goes on, Olumide and Shade finally got married, and they lived happily with their daughter Adunola. Shade shared stories of her own childhood with Adunola, teaching her about resilience and the importance of staying true to oneself. Life will always have challenges, my dear, but you have the strength to overcome them, Shade said one evening as they sat together looking through family photos. Adunola listened intently, absorbing her mother's wisdom. I want to be as strong as you, Mama. And you are, Adunola. You have already shown so much strength and courage, Shade replied, her eyes filled with pride. Adunola's ambitions grew. She dreamed of becoming a famous artist, using her talent to inspire and bring joy to others. I want to show the world that being different is beautiful, Adunola said passionately one day, her eyes shining with determination. And you will, my dear. You have a special gift, and the world needs to see it. Shade encouraged her, her heart swelling with pride. Adunola transitioned to high school, facing new challenges and opportunities. She made new friends and continued to develop her art. Despite the occasional difficulties, high school is tough, but I know I can handle it. Adunola told Sade and Olumide one evening as they sat down for dinner. You are strong and talented, Adunola. Just stay true to yourself and you will succeed, Olumide said, his voice filled with confidence. High school brought new experiences and opportunities for Adunola. She joined the art club, participated in exhibitions, and even started teaching younger students the basics of drawing and painting. One day, her art teacher, Mrs. Alade, approached her with a special opportunity. Adunola, there is an upcoming national art competition, and I believe you have what it takes to win. Would you like to participate? Adunola's eyes widened with excitement. Yes, Mrs. Alade, I would love to. The next few months were a whirlwind of preparation. Adunola spent countless hours perfecting her piece, pouring her heart and soul into her work. During this time, Adunola met a famous artist, Mr. Adekunle, who became her mentor. This mentor helped her refine her skills and expand her artistic horizons, opening doors to new possibilities. Your talent is extraordinary, Adunola. I see great things in your future, Mr. Adekunle said during their first meeting. Adunola felt a surge of pride and gratitude. Thank you, Mr. Adekunle. I am honored to learn from you. Under Mr. Adekunle's guidance, Adunola's art reached a new height. He taught her advanced techniques, encouraged her to experiment with different styles, and provided invaluable feedback on her work. You have a unique perspective, Adunola. Use it to create something truly special, Mr. Adekunle advised one day as they worked together in his studio. Adunola took his words to heart, pushing herself to explore new themes and ideas in her art. She felt a renewed sense of purpose and excitement for her craft. With her mentor's guidance, Adunola held her first solo exhibition. The event was a resounding success, cementing her reputation as a rising star in the art world. This is just the beginning, Adunola. Keep reaching for the stars, her mentor encouraged. The exhibition was held at a prestigious gallery in the city. The walls were adorned with Adunola's paintings, each one telling a story of resilience, beauty, and strength. As guests admired her work, Adunola felt a sense of fulfillment and pride. She had come a long way from the girl who was once bullied for her differences. During the opening night, a prominent arts critic approached her. Your work is truly inspiring, Adunola. Your use of color and emotion is remarkable. Thank you, Adunola replied, her heart swelling with pride. The exhibition received rave reviews, and Adunola's name became known in the art community. She felt a deep sense of gratitude for the support and encouragement she had received from Sade, Olumide, and her mentor. Adunola started to receive media attention. Interviews and articles highlighted her journey and talent, bringing her story to a wider audience. Your story is inspiring, Adunola. How did you overcome so many challenges? A reporter asked during an interview. Adunola smiled, with love, support, and determination. The media attention brought new opportunities and recognition. Adunola was invited to speak at conferences, participated in art festivals, and even collaborate with other renowned artists. Her art, once confined to a small circle, was now celebrated internationally. One of the most memorable interviews was with a famous talk show host. As Adunola sat in the studio, the light shining brightly, she felt a mixture of excitement and nerves. Welcome, Adunola. It's a pleasure to have you here. Your journey has touched so many lives. Can you share what motivates you to create such powerful art? The host asked. Adunola took a deep breath, her voice steady. My motivation comes from my experiences and the people who have supported me. My mother, Shade, and my father, Olumide, taught me to embrace my uniqueness and use it as a source of strength. My art reflects that journey and the beauty of overcoming adversity. The audience applauded, moved by her words. Adunola's story resonated with many, and she received numerous letters and messages from people who felt inspired by her courage and resilience. One particular message stood out. It was from a girl named Kehinde who had been bullied for her own differences. Dear Adunola, your story has given me the courage to embrace my own uniqueness. Thank you for being an inspiration, Kehinde wrote. Adunola felt a surge of joy and purpose. This is why I do what I do, she thought, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. She decided to reach out to Kehinde and offer to mentor her, hoping to provide the same support and encouragement she had received. As Adunola's fame grew, so did her responsibilities. She balanced her art career with speaking engagements and mentorship programs. Despite her busy schedule, she always made time for her family. Shade and Olumide remained her greatest source of strength and inspiration. Adunola, we are so proud of you, Shade said one evening as they gathered for dinner. You have become a beacon of hope for so many people. And it's all thanks to you and Papa. Adunola replied, her voice filled with gratitude. You both believed in me when no one else did. Olumide smiled, his eyes shining with pride. You have always had the strength and talent, Adunola. We just helped you see it. News of Adunola's success reached Adebayo. Stricken with guilt and regret, he decided to find her and seek forgiveness for his past actions. I need to make things right, Adebayo told himself, setting out to find Adunola. Adebayo's search led him to one of Adunola's exhibitions. As he walked through the gallery, he felt a mix of pride and regret. The paintings on the walls told the story of a remarkable journey, one that he had not been a part of. Finally, he spotted Adunola, surrounded by admirers and reporters. His heart pounded as he approached her, unsure of how she would react. Adunola, my daughter, please forgive me, Adebayo pleaded, tears in his eyes. Adunola turned to face him, her emotions a whirlwind of confusion and pain. Are you my father? I have come to apologize. I was wrong to abandon you and your mother. I have lost everything and realized my mistakes. Please, give me a chance to make amends, Adebayo said, his voice breaking with emotion. Adunola stood silent for a moment, her mind racing. The man who had once turned his back on her was now seeking forgiveness. The memories of pain and rejection resurfaced, but so did the teachings of forgiveness from her mother and her father. I don't know if I can forgive you, Adunola said softly, her eyes filled with tears. You left us when we needed you the most. Adebayo fell to his knees, sobbing, I know, Adunola. I was a fool. I have suffered greatly for my actions. Please, give me a chance to show you that I have changed. Adebayo's plea for forgiveness weighed heavily on Adunola's heart. She was torn between her anger and the teachings of forgiveness. How can I forgive him after all he did? Adunola asked Shade that evening as they sat together in their living room. Shade took her daughter's hand in hers, her eyes filled with compassion. Adunola, forgiveness is not about forgetting or excusing what happened. It's about freeing yourself from the burden of anger and pain. Your father has shown remorse. The decision to forgive is yours, but remember, it's for your own peace of mind. Olumide nodded in agreement. Holding on to anger will only hurt you, my dear. Forgiveness is a powerful act of strength and healing. Adunola contemplated their words, feeling a deep conflict within her. She knew they were right, but the wounds from her father's abandonment were still fresh. The following day, Adunola decided to meet with Adebayo again. They sat in a quiet cafe, the atmosphere tense with unresolved emotion. "Father, I have thought about what you said," Adunola began, her voice trembling slightly. "I won't pretend that everything is okay. What you did hurt us deeply, but I also understand the power of forgiveness. I'm willing to give you a chance, but it will take time." Adebayo's eyes filled with gratitude. "Thank you, Adunola. I promise I will do everything in my power to make things right. I just want to be part of your life again, if you will let me." Adunola nodded, her heart still heavy but feeling a glimmer of hope. "Let's take it one step at a time. I have a lot of healing to do." As they parted ways, Adunola felt a sense of relief. The journey of forgiveness had begun, and while it was not easy, it was a step towards healing. With the decision to forgive her father, Adunola felt a weight lift off her shoulders. She knew the journey of forgiveness was not easy, but she was ready to take the first steps. Her relationship with Adebayo remained tentative but hopeful, and she focused on her art and continued to thrive in her career. Adunola embarked on new artistic projects, each piece reflecting her journey of healing and forgiveness. Her career continued to flourish, and she started using her platform to raise awareness about albinism and the importance of family and support. One afternoon, during an interview for a popular magazine, the interviewer asked, "Adunola, your art has touched so many lives. What drives you to create such powerful piece?" Adunola smiled, her eyes shining with passion. "My motivation comes from my experiences and the people who have supported me. My mother and my father taught me to embrace my uniqueness and use it as a source of strength. My art reflects that journey and the beauty of overcoming adversity." The interviewer nodded, impressed. "It's truly inspiring. What message do you hope to convey through your art?" "I want to show the world the beauty and strength of people with albinism," Adunola replied. "We face unique challenges, but we also possess unique strengths. I hope my art can inspire others to embrace their differences and find their own paths." As the interview concluded, Adunola felt a deep sense of fulfillment. She knew her art was making a difference, and that fueled her drive to continue creating and advocating for others. Adunola also gave back to her community. She organized workshops and mentorship programs for young aspiring artists, especially those facing challenges like hers. One day, during a workshop, a young girl named Fumi approached her with wide eyes. "Adunola, your story gives me hope. I want to be an artist too," Fumi said, holding a sketchbook filled with her drawings. Adunola smiled warmly. "You have a lot of talent, Fumi. Keep practicing and never give up on your dreams. Remember, your uniqueness is your strength." As the years passed, Adunola's bond with Shade and Olumide grew stronger. They remained her greatest supporters and confidants. One evening, as they gathered for dinner, Shade looked at her daughter with pride. Adunola, we are so proud of you. You have become a beacon of hope for so many people. Shade said, her voice filled with emotion. And it's all thanks to you and Papa. Adunola replied, her eyes brimming with gratitude. You both believed in me when no one else did. Olumide smiled, his eyes shining with pride. You have always had the strength and talent, Adunola. We just helped you see it. Adunola's journey of forgiveness and healing continued, and with each passing day, she felt a sense of peace and fulfillment. She knew that her story was far from over and that the future held endless possibilities. Adunola's success continued to grow, bringing new opportunities and challenges. She was invited to exhibit her work in galleries around the world, and her art became a symbol of hope and resilience for many. One day, Adunola received a call from an international art organization. We would like to feature your work in our upcoming exhibition in Paris. Your story and art have inspired many, and we believe it would be a perfect addition to our event. Adunola was thrilled. Thank you so much. I would be honored to participate. The exhibition in Paris was a dream come true for Adunola. She traveled to the city with Shade and Olumide, feeling a mix of excitement and gratitude. The event was a resounding success, and Adunola's work received widespread acclaim. During the exhibition, Adunola was approached by a well-known art collector. Your work is extraordinary, Adunola. I would like to commission a series of paintings for my gallery. Your message of resilience and beauty is something the world needs to see. Adunola agreed, feeling a deep sense of pride and fulfillment. I would be honored to work with you. Thank you for believing in my vision. As Adunola's career soared to new heights, she remained grounded and focused on her mission to inspire and uplift others. She continued to mentor young artists and advocate for those with albinism. One day, she received a letter from Kehinde, the young girl she had mentored. Dear Adunola, thanks to your guidance and support. I have embraced my uniqueness and found my own path in art. You have changed my life, and I will always be grateful. Adunola felt a surge of joy and purpose. This is why I do what I do, she said to herself, feeling a deep sense of fulfillment. Back in Nigeria, Adunola continued to host workshops and give talks at schools. During one of these talks, a young boy named Tunde raised his hand. Adunola, how do you stay strong when people say mean things about you? Tunde asked, his voice trembling slightly. Adunola looked at him with compassion. Tunde, it's not always easy, but I remember the love and support of my family. I also remind myself that their words don't define me. You are strong, Tunde, and you have a bright future ahead of you. Tunde smiled, feeling encouraged by her words. Thank you, Adunola. I will try to remember that. Adunola's work continued to touch lives, and her story spread far and wide. She became a symbol of hope and resilience, inspiring countless people to embrace their uniqueness and pursue their dreams. Throughout her journey, Adunola's bond with Shade and Olumide remained unbreakable. They were her rock, her source of strength and inspiration. She made sure to always prioritize her family, no matter how busy her life became. One evening, as they sat together in their home, Shade reflected on their journey. Adunola, you have grown into such an amazing woman. Your strength and kindness light up our lives. Adunola smiled, her heart full of love and gratitude. And it's all because of you and Papa. You both believed in me when no one else did. I will always be grateful for your love and support. Olumide nodded, his eyes shining with pride. You have always had the strength and talent, Olumide. As the years passed, Adunola's relationship with Adebayo continued to heal. They spoke regularly, and he slowly became a part of her life again. Adebayo had changed, and his remorse and effort to make amends did not go unnoticed. One day, Adebayo approached Adunola with a heartfelt request. Adunola, I know I can never undo the past, but I want to be a better father to you. Can we try to build a new relationship? Adunola took a deep breath, her heart still heavy with the memories of the past. Father, I appreciate your efforts and your remorse. It will take time, but I'm willing to try. Adebayo's eyes filled with gratitude. Thank you, Adunola. I promise to do everything I can to be the father you deserve. Adunola nodded, feeling a mixture of relief and hope. Let's take it one step at a time. Building trust takes time, but I'm willing to work on it. As their relationship slowly mended, Adunola found herself letting go of the anger and pain that had burdened her for so long. She felt a newfound sense of peace and clarity, knowing that forgiveness had set her free. Adunola looked towards the future with hope and determination. She continued to make her family her priority, ensuring that their bond remained unbreakable. One day, as they sat in the garden, Olumide spoke softly. Adunola, you have accomplished so much, but remember to always stay true to yourself and your values. I will, Papa. No matter where life takes me, my heart will always be with my family. Adunola replied, smiling warmly. Adunola's journey continued to inspire those around her. She remained committed to using her art and her story to uplift others. She knew that her path was not always easy, but with the love and support of her family, she felt ready to face any challenge. Her story, filled with love, resilience, and forgiveness, became a beacon of hope for many. She wrote a memo, sharing her experiences and the lessons she had learned. The book received widespread acclaim and became a bestseller. Adunola, your book has changed my life, a reader wrote in a letter. Thank you for sharing your story. It has given me the courage to face my own challenges. Adunola felt a deep sense of fulfillment, knowing that her journey was making a difference. She continued to host workshops, give talks, and mentor young artists, always staying true to her mission of inspiring others. As she looked towards the future, Adunola felt a sense of excitement and anticipation. She knew that her story was far from over and that the future had endless possibilities. And so, Adunola's journey continued, filled with endless possibilities and the promise of a bright and beautiful future. With her family by her side and her art as her voice, she was ready to embrace whatever came next, knowing that her strength and resilience would guide her through. The story of Adunola teaches us the profound power of resilience, love, and forgiveness. Despite facing rejection and adversity from the moment she was born, Adunola's unwavering spirit and the support of her loving mother and a kind stranger helped her overcome tremendous obstacles. This story reminds us that our uniqueness is our strength, and with determination and support, we can rise above any challenge. Moreover, the journey of forgiveness that Adunola embarks on with her father highlights the importance of letting go of past hurts for our own peace and healing. It shows that forgiveness is not just for the person who wronged us, but for our own well-being, allowing us to move forward with a lighter heart. Ultimately, this story emphasizes the importance of family, support, and self-belief. It teaches us that true family is defined by love and support, not just by blood, and that believing in oneself is the key to unlocking our potential and achieving greatness. Thank you for watching this amazing story
about Adunola on African Stories. If you liked it and felt inspired with her journey, please show your support by clicking the like button, sharing with your friends, and leaving a comment below. To see more interesting stories and learn about different cultures, subscribe to African Stories. And don't forget to ring the notification bell so you never miss a new story. Your support means a lot and helps us bring more stories to you. Until we meet again, stay connected, stay inspired, and keep smiling.